Welcome to the YouTube channel, The Right Place, where creative inspiration finds a cozy home and your outdoor dreams come to life. Today, we're diving into the enchanting world of mini fairy gardens crafted from vintage junk. Yes, that dusty old teapot or rusty wheelbarrow might just be the magical centerpiece your garden needs. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a spark of whimsy and wonder. In this video, we'll show you how to transform forgotten, time-worn treasures into charming miniature fairy garden art. Whether you're a seasoned DIYer or a newbie with a flair for fantasy, we've got 6 creative ideas to help you turn your outdoor space into a storybook scene. These projects are easy, sustainable, and packed with personality. So grab your gardening gloves, a pinch of imagination, and a pile of so-called junk, because we're about to turn it all into a whimsical escape. From chipped china to rusted rakes, everything has fairy potential if you look at it just right. Let's get started with idea number 1. One, Enchanted teacup planters. A cracked teacup may no longer serve tea, but it can certainly serve magic. These petite vessels are the perfect size for creating tiny worlds filled with moss, pebbles, and fairy figurines. Nestle a teacup in your garden bed, or place it atop an old stump to give your fairy realm a royal touch. Use broken saucers as decorative bases or stepping stones for your fairy friends. A bit of potting soil, succulents, and miniature accessories can turn the simplest cup into a storytelling scene. It's a creative way to honor Grandma's china while adding a pop of vintage charm to your garden. 'Consider painting or distressing the cup for an even more whimsical look. Add glitter or a few glow-in-the-dark pebbles to make it shimmer at twilight. These teacup planters also make great gifts for garden lovers or a whimsical touch to a windowsill. 2. Magical drawer gardens. Old wooden drawers left over from dressers or nightstands make stunning layers for a multi-level fairy garden. Stack them slightly askew for a tiered effect, then fill them with soil, moss, and tiny fairy props. Each drawer becomes a stage in a magical tale waiting to be told. Add texture and color by using a variety of plants like creeping thyme, baby's tears, and miniature ferns. Repurpose old knobs as fairy doors or window frames. The aged wood and peeling paint only enhance the enchanted, time-worn vibe of your fairy fantasy. Position these drawer gardens on porches, patios, or tucked beneath a tree. Their weathered charm and nostalgic character invite the imagination to wander. Perfect for small spaces, they offer layers of magic without taking up much room. 3. Rusty wheelbarrow retreats. That abandoned wheelbarrow sitting in the corner of your yard. It's the perfect foundation for a mobile fairy sanctuary. Clean it out, line it with mesh for drainage, and fill it with soil and fairy garden elements. Instantly, your junk becomes a whimsical, movable centerpiece. Incorporate antique tools as part of the scenery. An old trowel becomes a fairy slide, and rusted nails can outline a miniature fence. Surround your fairy home with low-maintenance plants like hens and chicks or small herbs to bring it to life. This project adds character to your outdoor space and lets you change up your fairy garden's location with the seasons. Place it near your porch in the summer and closer to a window in winter for year-round charm. 4. Vintage birdcage worlds. A forgotten birdcage can become a delicate enclosure for your fairy realm. Hang it from a tree branch or rest it on a pedestal to elevate your miniature world. The bars of the cage offer a perfect peek into the magic inside. Use moss as ground cover, tiny pebbles for paths, and hang miniature lanterns from the cage roof. You can even paint the birdcage in pastel or metallic colors to match your outdoor theme. This setup is especially great for balconies or small patios. Whether it's shabby chic or garden gothic, a birdcage adds elegance and mystery. It keeps your fairy garden contained, yet full of storybook detail. It's proof that even something designed to confine can now inspire freedom and flight. 5. Colander Fairy Falls. An old colander with its perforated bottom creates a perfect stage for a hanging fairy garden. It provides natural drainage and a unique bowl shape that invites cascading plants and hanging fairy details. Hang it with chains or rustic rope for a floating oasis. Fill the colander with cocoa liner, soil, and small trailing plants like string of pearls or lobelia. Add a fairy bridge or tiny ladder spilling over the side for an extra dash of wonder. These tiny hanging scenes are perfect for porches or sunny balconies. The metal, whether rusted or painted, adds a contrasting industrial feel to the lush greenery and magical theme. It's an unexpected yet beautiful fusion of hard and soft, old and new, real and imagined. 6. Typewriter Tails Garden. An antique typewriter, often considered useless, can become a stunning and symbolic base for a fairy garden. Imagine stories literally growing from the keys. Remove the ribbon and parts as needed, then nestle soil and moss between the mechanisms. Decorate with miniature scrolls, fairy books, or even a tiny quill to play into the literary theme. The contrast of metal and natural textures creates a visually captivating setup. Each piece tells its own fairy tale, wrapped in nostalgia. Place this fairy garden in a shady nook or an outdoor writing space. It invites not just visual admiration, but also creative storytelling. It's the perfect tribute to the idea that even broken tools can still write beautiful endings. 7. Broken chair fairy thrones. A broken wooden chair might look like trash, but to a fairy, it's a royal throne or enchanted gateway. Remove the seat and replace it with a shallow planter filled with soil and moss. The tall chair back creates a natural backdrop or headboard for your scene. Decorate the chair legs with climbing ivy or fairy string lights. Add small furniture pieces, garden gnomes, or fairy homes on the seat space. Use the rails to hang tiny lanterns or birdhouses. It's a beautiful way to preserve something sentimental while giving it a magical new life. These fairy chairs look stunning in flower beds, against fences, or under trees. Each one becomes a whimsical landmark that invites people to pause, smile, and maybe leave a tiny offering for the fairies. 8. Toolbox Fairy Workshops. An old metal or wooden toolbox is the perfect container for a miniature fairy workshop or garden shed. Its compartments and sturdy structure allow for levels and layouts that tell a detailed story. Think of it as a dollhouse for the garden. Fill each section with miniature tools, pebbled paths, and even tiny working spaces like a blacksmith corner or sewing nook. Paint the outside with vines or fairy symbols for extra flair. Add moss for insulation and charm. Whether it's propped open on a bench or nestled among your flower beds, a toolbox fairy garden adds curiosity and a handcrafted feel. It's the ultimate example of turning utilitarian junk into joyful art. 9. Lanterns of light and lore. Old camping lanterns, metal lanterns, or even solar light frames can be converted into tiny glowing fairy houses. Remove the glass or repurpose the interior space for a whimsical garden that shines at night. Add LED fairy lights, moss, and tiny elements like fairy beds or woodland creatures. These lanterns double as night lights and magic keepers in the evening garden, offering a cozy glow that hints at hidden stories. Hang them from shepherd's hooks, tree branches, or set them on garden tables. They're perfect for creating atmosphere during twilight strolls or evening garden parties with a touch of fairy mischief. 10. Suitcase portals to Fairylands. A vintage suitcase doesn't just carry clothes, it can carry dreams, too. Turn it into a portable fairy garden by filling the interior with soil, tiny plants, and magical elements. It's an imaginative display piece full of personality. Leave the lid open and attach fairy doors, mushroom stools, or even miniature signs like "Welcome to Fairyville." Use vintage stickers or old stamps for a world traveler vibe. It's like a pop-up book you can walk into. This type of garden is perfect for patios or indoors near a window. When closed, it's a conversation piece. When opened, it's a portal to wonder. A vintage suitcase is the perfect final touch in this journey through magical outdoor ideas. Conclusion: your junk, their kingdom. What looks like clutter to us is treasure to the fairies, and now you've seen 10 whimsical ways to prove it. From chipped teacups to rusty wheelbarrows and forgotten lanterns, every piece of vintage junk holds potential to become something extraordinary. Don't toss out that broken drawer or old colander, transform it. Let your imagination roam, and give these forgotten items a second life as magical focal points in your garden. The joy isn't just in the finished look, but in the playful, creative process of building it. Thank you so much for spending time with us here on The Right Place. Be sure to subscribe, leave a comment sharing your favorite idea, and tag us in your creations if you try one of these at home. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep creating, and remember, magic is just a garden away.